another op from another block until I give him a couple shots. When I hit the spot, we pulling up. It's something hot, showing off the rocks. I'm high chief just from the top. We can get it in though. Looking for your kinfolk. All these men in the bar, I'm wick with the pencil. Trying to smoke something, so at last, my last stash. Got me smoking out the window like I caught backdraft. No turning back, I'm earning scraps and learning that I've been fired with the pen like an inferno match. Send her up to the sky, thunderclouds hit me. Show you the full gore with all killer instinct. Put him in a figure four, maybe he will listen more. When I kick in the door, everybody hit the floor. All these girls coming to cash.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dallas Cash, aka the All Father of the Humble Roses. Welcome to the Humble Roses podcast, Culture Clash Network. I want to address some things real quick. We do not use this podcast to incite violence. We do not use this podcast to incite any political gain or political turmoil based on the events that happened today. We will obviously not be speaking on that. Overall, just a horrible situation. And, you know, there's so many questions that we have. So hopefully when more of the information comes out, you know, we'll address that. We've had a lot of, you know, things going on inside and outside of the wrestling world. So we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that and get right to it. Want to bring to the stage, obviously, you got Keta Postman right here. We got Angel Rose. Nessa's not with us. Nessa's not with us today. She's under the weather, but we do wish her a speedy recovery. Should be back to normal by next week. If not, no big deal. Want to welcome everybody. This is the Apollo Crews tribute episode, Strong as a Nation. However, I want to also get out what happened last Friday on SmackDown, because there are, I mean, we've all kind of manifested this on the show. So first off, Kev, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. What up, everybody? What up, chat?
Angel, your hair is looking on point. How you doing?
Thank you. I am great. I'm very excited to talk about what we're going to talk about. Hi, y'all.
Excellent. We got Angel for a little bit of time. So she's got some important stuff she has to do, but she made time for us.
I did.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence, Angel.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate you. No, I'm just
and I appreciate y'all.
Want to give some quick
hot.
No, give it some quick shout outs real quick. Happy National TV Dinner Day. Yo, I love it when Zach comes through. We got the Lena bombs, and then we got the Zach announcements.
Right.
The Zach attack.
Every single Wednesday, he's like, Happy National something. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Also, let me give a big shout out to somebody real quick. Let me play this video. Want to give a big shout out to my boy Joey Knox. I know me and Joey had our differences on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? He came in here and invaded the show, but I still want to show him love. He says he's not here. He won't hack the system again. You know, Joey, we'll settle our differences in the ring. Want to give a big shout out to WrestleFace.
Hey.
Obviously, the godmother. Big shout out to JoJo as well.
JoJo.
Thank you, JoJo, for coming through. One love, Lou. One love, Lou. This is the one love hand signal. One love, Lou is in the building, and I'm making an L. I know Angel cried. Want to give a big shout out to the twerking techie, Mimi J.
What up, Mimi?
Mimi's going to be doing something big come Survivor Series time. So if you're in the San Diego, California area, please give her a follow. She's got something big coming up for Survivor Series. I won't give it away. Want to give a big shout out to Cybersecurity Chris.
Security.
The missing chess piece on the board. Part of the we'll get to that, Joey.
Joey. That is a lie, because I scream way louder.
Okay, so let's just address the elephant in the room.
The biggest elephant.
Pretty big elephant, man.
Really big.
Sorry, I was just
saying.
Or like the Black Widow. The Black Widow.
I was just hugging my wife, and like her big ass hair is like right here. It's like literally right here, a piece of her.
Hi, Chrissy. We love you. That was not
a
shot.
I don't. Hopefully, she comes in the comments. You know, want to see her in the comments. If not, no big deal. She's busy though. Want to announce this like So SmackDown happened,
Mm-hmm.
and we just gonna get to it because we got to jump into Apollo.
Yes.
SmackDown happened, and obviously you knew something was different because Seth was in the crowd. And obviously Becky and Punk are in the ring. And what does Becky Lynch do? The same thing that she did on Monday Night Raw. Slaps him, puts her chest, pushes his chest with her head. Basically just trying to coax him into doing something. This is where I'm like, Punk does not hit women.
No,
I mean, he made an exception. He made an exception for Becky Lynch, Beth Phoenix at the 2010 Royal Rumble. He did make an exception for that. Hey, Kiara.
Kiara, what up, girl?
Love, Kiara. Mrs. Reynolds is here. Kiara from Main Event Mamas. Want to give a big shout out to Kiara from the Main Event Mamas. Main Event Mamas will be taking over the show next week. So Tanisha and Kiara will be running the Boston on this show. Now, whatever they decide to talk about, the views expressed by Kiara and Tanisha do not match that of the Humble Roses podcast. So we don't know what they have planned, but if Kiara and Tanisha do not want me on the show, I will gladly leave.
And if you want me on the show, I'll be more than happy to come and join you guys.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to be, I can come. I know. I got no.
Oh, Mrs. Westry, I'm sorry. Well then, okay. Mrs. Westry. I
get
apologize.
That right, brother.
It comes up Reynolds, so I thought that was her. Whatever. Sorry about that. That's on me. But I try to stay out of people's business and not know certain things about just because I don't want to be a bothersome guy. But Kiara and Tanisha, they have the Main Event Mama squad. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you're following Main Event Mamas on Twitter, Instagram. I believe they have a TikTok. If they don't, I apologize. And this probably is going to be an all. No, she probably wants us to be an all-female panel.
I think so, yeah.
That's completely fine with me.
It's next week, right?
Yeah, next week. One less Wednesday that I have to do. Want to give a big shout out to
thank you.
Let's give a big shout out to John from Sports for You. I don't feel like this guy gets enough credit for being like one of the front man of Townhouse Media and Sports for You. You know what I'm saying? Him creating Sports for You wrestling just so Trell can obviously run the Boston over there. We've seen the emergence and the ascension of Trell on Tribal Warzone. Want to give a big shout out to Trell on that as well. I'm feeling what they're doing. Townhouse Media is good. They'll be live tonight, so make sure you follow Sports for You. Big shout out to John Watson. Love you, bro. Got your back always, no matter what. All right. So know about what?
What Joey said.
What did Joey say? Hold on.
He said, I feel like Becky kind of cheated on Seth motorboating Punk twice. Like, what?
Hey, yo, we do not do that type of thing on the Humble Roses
I don't
podcast.
know about that.
Why the fuck would you do something like that?
Thank you, Boosie.
Yeah. Hi, Lena.
Lena, what up, girl?
All right.
I don't know what that man is on.
Next
I don't know
next
what
on
he's
the list. Let's go with
Tanisha's
the
in charge. Oh yeah, we definitely not invited, bro.
That's right. Yeah,
we definitely not invited. Oh, Hardy, no. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be an all.
No, well, yeah, she did say motorboated, but I don't think she meant it like that though. All right. Anyways, okay, we're getting way too far.
We're getting ahead. And
yeah, we're getting ahead.
Yeah.
I will say this. So Punk obviously walks out of the ring, and the funny thing about this whole segment is Becky dissed every Chicago sports team except the Bears because she knew Seth wasn't gonna let that shit slide.
No.
Oh yeah. Side note: I hate football. That goes to me and Dallas.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate football, man. I hate football.
Go ahead.
So Punk is like, you know what? I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but I know someone who will. And got quiet because everybody knew what was coming. I hear that lighted up theme. Place explode up. Place exploded. AJ Lee walks out and she looks like she was in better shape this time around than she has ever been.
Best
She
abs in the
was
business.
cut, and I mean cut.
Watch
Abs. She looked like she had been in the gym for like hyperbolic time chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me, baby? Like this was crazy. So she comes out. She was glowing.
She really was glowing.
She was on full 10. That
I missed
and,
that
you know,
skip, man.
My
That's
queen
good.
has
we missed the
returned.
skipped
skip
around
was
the
there.
ring, was
My
in the ring
queen
with
has
Becky,
returned.
slapped her around a little bit. So
good, by the way.
so I'm a pass this to
Yeah.
Angel because we don't have a lot of time. Angel,
Hello.
walk me through what you were feeling when this happened.
Oh, I'm
Mama.
gonna tell you everything that I felt. So,
Yes.
first of all, when Punk said that I know another person that could do it, like I don't hit ladies, but I know somebody else that would. Literally, I was trembling. My hands were numb. I was breathing so hard. And then I just kept going, come on, just light it up. Just light it up. Light it up. And then I finally heard it. When I tell you, I screamed the biggest scream to the point that I could probably be heard from China. It was so bad. I started crying. I started hyperventilating. Like I almost made myself pass out because I love this woman with my heart and my being. Like Liv may be my first like in this era, but like she's my top. She's like my number one from all eras. Like I love her so much. And so I'm super glad that she's back.
That's all you're gonna say?
I mean, I'm super happy. I'm super happy that she's back. I'm so ready for the runs that she's gonna be doing. No, seriously, I went crazy for her. Like, I literally the first thing I did right after SmackDown was buy the merch, was buy her gear.
Lena Bomb.
Oh,
AJ Lee didn't just make her return. She rewrote the present with the echoes of her past. Wrestling will never be the same again.
nice.
Lena, you never lied. You never lied.
Yeah, stadium was
booming.
booming.
It was a dome. It's not a stadium. A stadium's outdoors.
Well, the dome was booming. The arena. Oh wait, it was an arena, Allstate Arena.
There you go.
Arena.
Mhm.
The arena was booming. Like it was crazy.
It's funny. The same place where Punk made his return.
Where Punk made his return.
Hmm.
After 10 years too. After 10 years.
Coincidence? I think not.
Absolutely not. And then also Randy too.
True that.
Yeah, but
true
Randy wasn't gone for 9+ years like
That's
Punk
true.
was.
That's
And Orton got the chance to main event WrestleMania, so like
That's
multiple
true.
times. So,
But I mean that return was also pretty good.
so going forward, Kev, like what's up? Like, what do you think? Because now we've gotten the word that AJ Lee has signed a full-time contract.
A
So
full-time multi-year contract.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
So she's back in the fold. So
Yeah,
she
she's
is
back.
100%
full-time.
full roster,
Mhm.
full time. Okay, that's a pretty big get for WWE.
I'm excited.
Hell,
Naomi
froze
got
over
pregnant. Naomi got pregnant at such a bad time.
I know, right? She even
gets to
like
miss
posted
out.
about it. I felt so bad for her. Like it would
What's
have
up,
been so
Dalton?
good, like all the divas there. Hi, Dalton.
Dalton, what up, baby?
I need AJ Lee versus Liv Morgan right
Immediately.
off the bat.
Immediately.
I
I need AJ Lee
AJ
versus
Lee and
Alexa Bliss.
Bayley.
I need
Bayley.
AJ Lee versus
AJ Lee
Bayley.
versus
I
her
need
daughter,
AJ Lee versus
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Rhea. I need AJ Lee versus Stephanie.
Mhm.
I need AJ Lee versus Sol Ruka. I need AJ
Ruka.
Lee versus
That's funny. We were just yeah, man.
Not. You do know that would feed families, right? AJ Lee versus Sol
Dude,
Ruka.
all of those matches would feed families.
AJ
all
Lee
of
versus
them.
Kalani Jordan.
Ooh.
F all of that. My goat. AJ Lee versus whenever she comes back and everybody will pop one EST. Bianca Belair.
Yeah, Bianca Belair. I've been asking for
Some
that.
people
Yeah.
forgot
Oh
about
my god,
Bianca.
yes.
She still
AJ Lee
exists.
versus Bianca would be good. Oh my god, AJ Lee versus Jade.
That would
AJ
be like
versus
family versus
Jade would
family.
be so
if you know, you
good.
know. That's
Ooh,
like
or
Kelly versus-
AJ versus Jordan Grace.
That would be a good one. That'd be intriguing.
That'd be a great one.
That'd be intriguing.
Ooh,
no, I
what
think-
about wait, I
like-
just thought of
yeah.
something, especially now that she's doing like the whole like she's a demon and then she like her glamour is now like gone. What about Blake Monroe versus AJ Lee? Both crazies.
That would work
AJ
because
Lee
everything
versus
every
Alexa.
everything AJ had in that promo against the Divas kind of applies to Blake Monroe.
To Blake. Yeah, exactly.
But what I personally want, which we never really got. I know this probably can't happen, but if we can get her back into shape for storyline purposes, AJ Lee and Stephanie McMahon.
Ooh, yeah, because we never actually got that match, right?
Nope.
We never got a conclusion to their
We never
feud
got a
because
conclusion.
Nope, never got a
Because she basically said, "I'm out, bye."
and I don't personally want to
This-
see
this is-
AJ and I don't want to see AJ and Nikki Bella again, but I know
Never
they'll
again.
probably
I don't need it.
I know they'll probably revisit
I know
that, but
I know somebody who will definitely be raging if you guys said that.
who would that be?
Who would be raging?
Triple H, aka Taryn.
Hmm.
Taryn wants Nikki versus AJ again.
We might get AJ Lee versus
We might get
Natty.
it, actually.
Out, not Natalia.
Ooh,
Natty.
would
Natty.
be good.
I don't want Natalia.
Especially the now
want the
the legend Natty.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You get it, Angel. You got it.
yeah.
You want-
Also,
You want Nikki? She wants Nikki versus AJ, right?
That sounds gross.
We don't do that here.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Chadwick.
also, another match that I think would be really, really good right now. AJ versus Roxanne.
Oh, we mentioned that earlier. Yeah,
Oh yeah, mother
I-
versus daughter, of course.
Yeah, mother versus daughter. Also,
they shouldn't have got rid of Cora Jade. I'm gonna just say that.
I know they shouldn't have, man.
Hey
That would've
guys,
been
never
so
say
good.
never. If everything
Well,
cleans,
Maybe.
you know.
There's
I don't
pretty
know about
much
Julia. Maybe.
AJ Lee versus almost anyone on the women's roster is gonna
That's true.
cook.
Yes.
There are some matches that I don't want AJ Lee to be involved in at all. I don't want to see
have some matches too.
I don't want to see AJ Lee versus no fucking Zoe Stark. I don't want to see AJ Lee
Ouch.
versus I don't want to see AJ Lee versus Charlotte Flair.
Ooh,
I don't wanna see it.
You know you're getting
I-
that. You don't get it.
We probably
That one,
I don't
You probably getting it.
I don't want to see it.
Okay.
I think a match based off storytelling and overall comedy that would be pretty good is AJ versus Chelsea Green.
That would
I think-
we actually
That
were
would do
thinking about
numbers.
that and it would actually cook.
The thought of AJ and Chelsea, the backstage interactions would be
The
fucking
crazy and the
comedy.
wannabe crazy.
Yeah.
The
What did you
crazy
just
and
call
the
her?
The crazy and the wannabe crazy.
What did you just call her?
I said Chelsea.
You
Chelsea
said
is
the
the
word.
wannabe.
Who are you calling crazy?
AJ.
Oh, girl. She ain't
What
seen
is
her
wr-
in a while. She
Whoa,
don't
whoa,
know what
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa, whoa.
means. She don't know what that
You
means.
don't call AJ Lee crazy. You don't do that. Okay?
She don't know
Alright,
what
then
it
weirdo?
means, Dallas.
You don't call AJ Lee crazy because anytime you do, she crashes out. Okay?
Yes.
I know.
You're
Do you?
I do.
If AJ watches this, you need to apologize because we want no smoke over here. Okay?
I pledge allegiance to the original Chick Buster.
Trailblazer. All right,
now-
Trailblazer. Okay, Trailblazer versus wannabe crazy. Better?
There you go. That a girl. That works.
So now that we've established that, the funny thing is like if she would have stayed around, she would have had
She
at least
is.
a few. If she would have stayed around, she would have had a few world championships. Like let's
Oh,
just put it
definitely.
out there like that. So my thing is going forward, and we'll wrap this up in 10 minutes. Is that no? I'm serious. I now believe
No, it's this.
what?
I'm looking at this.
Oh my lord.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Chad,
Ladies
y'all
and,
gonna get her in here, and she's gonna.
ladies
cuss
and
us out.
gentlemen, we have a very special guest on in the comments. Let's talk about this gentleman right
Bring this
here.
back up. Yes.
This is my guy. So we're not playing these games today. So that was King HP from the Attitude Era podcast.
What up,
Want
Jay?
to give a big
Oh,
no. Let me tell you about how much of a stand-up dude this guy is. So we battled on the Attitude Era podcast, and and I felt bad because we're not bashing him. I want to give him some roses. I was his first battle.
Oh.
And
Roses, man.
I was very proud of the fact that he decided to step me on short notice. That needs to be said. So I really liked some of the material that he had for me, especially he had this bar about Edge that was so fucking fire. And he was just really, really polished up until the time that he choked. But I think those early battle nerves got to him. We were supposed to battle, and the winner of the battle, whoever had performance of the night, was going to get $100. So it was supposed to go to a fan vote. But because I went and I did what I did, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I demolished it. That's not for me to say. I did what I did. But he messaged me and he was like, bro, what's your information? I'm gonna just send you the $100. Bro, you didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's very commendable as a man. But honestly, bro, like I appreciate that. But he's just such a stand-up dude because I think he was too hard on himself. And part of that is based on the fact that as a man, when you're hard on yourself, you sometimes tend to let it affect your psyche. He wasn't like that. And going forward, I can't wait to see what he does next. He's doing great work on the Attitude Era podcast. Him, Samaj, Archie, down to earth dudes. They treated me with nothing but respect. Shout out to DNA as well. Get money, drink water. Tay Rock, if you were watching this, Saga, Tay Rock, I'm just going to say this one time and one time only on the show. I am the Wrestling Bar King. There is no way possible you could ever be the Wrestling Bar King. You guys are casuals. You do not watch all of wrestling. All you watch is WWE. Okay? In order to be the Wrestling Bar King, you need to watch all of wrestling. That includes MLW. That includes Noah. That includes Ring of Honor. That includes Stardom. That includes New Japan Pro Wrestling. That includes AEW. That includes TNA. That includes Evolve. That includes LFG. That includes even your local stuff. You need to know about the talent out there. All your bars are WWE based, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when I'm making references about stuff that happened in NWA, AWA, Smoky Mountain, stuff from Jim Crockett Promotions, Stampede Wrestling, you can't compete with someone who has more vast knowledge. So when I say I'm the Wrestling Bar King, I mean that because I watch all fabrics of wrestling. I don't just watch the main commercial stuff. And I think that's where the disconnect was Saga. You can't say something. You can't say you are something that I have been before you even got here. So before you even stepped foot, and I remember he said, it's not about who did it first. It's about who did it right. You didn't do it right. You only did it because of the resources and the people you have around you. If you never battled or got discovered by Smack, nobody would know who you are. I got here being me. I didn't have a power player behind my back, monitoring my every move and babying me into being this amalgamation of a person. That's not you, bro. That's me. And that's where I check my ego at the door, because there were people who were doing this before I got here, like Peanut, Japanese Jesus, Laughing Stalk, 3PFD, who came in with me. That's what I was trying to say and trying to get at. It's not a disrespect. It's more of a, hey, you're Jerry Sloan to a Phil Jackson. Okay. You can't compare Rick Pitino to Bobby Knight. You can't compare, like, you can't compare Barry Switzer to Bill Belichick. Like, it's a difference. It's a difference. So going forward, until you beat me, which you never will, you're not the Wrestling Bar King. Tay-Rock, until you beat me, which you never will unless the judges are on your side, I am the Wrestling Bar King. You're just the most popular at doing wrestling bars for the casual fan base. For the hardcore fan base, that's all me. You can't come up with one bar about somebody in Stardom without having to do Google research, and you'll probably get that wrong too. Let's get back to AJ Lee. So, sorry, big shout out to King HP. I love King HP. I actually would like to have him on the show. So King HP, Archie, and Samaj, I'm extending an invitation for you guys to come up on the Humble Roses podcast. Make sure you get at me. We want to have you on the show, and it's like really good to have great people like you guys on the show. Shout out to the Attitude Era podcast. Let's get back to AJ Lee. Angel's got a little bit of time before she has to get going. So now that we're here, what do you think it's going to look like at WrestlePalooza? And after this, we'll get into Apollo Crews. What do you think it's going to look like at WrestlePalooza going into the match? Angel, I'm going to start with you.
Well, we already know that it's going to be Becky and Seth versus AJ and Punk. So I'm guessing
You good?
sorry, the dog started barking.
Oh,
I guess the dog wanted to wait. I guess that dog might. What kind of dog is it?
Yorkshire Terrier mix.
Male or female?
Male.
Oh, dog must be a fan of Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Best bark in the world, baby. Go for it.
I know that we're definitely gonna get a banger because I mean, obviously it looks like she has been definitely working out a lot more. So maybe she got into more practice. And I feel like she's definitely gonna I hope she does a Black Widow. I really hope she does a Black Widow. I hope she does a Black Widow. And I know that definitely after this, if she does pin Becky, 100% she's gonna ask for a title match. 100%. Because that belt looks so much better on her.
Okay. Kev?
Well, you already know what's going to happen. We're going to see a banger of a match. We're going to see AJ Lee bust out the Black Widow from, like, 10 years ago? So everybody gets reacclimated to see why she was the top of the Divas era before. And then before Becky or Charlotte or Sasha or Bayley ever had a chance to, mix it up with her, she retired. She's going to give fans... This is why she came back. And I've seen it on social media that everybody's wondering who's taking the pin. It's Becky. They're not going to tarnish the world champion. Seth's not taking a pinfall. This is to get AJ Lee over, to make her the superstar that she is, and that all of the future dream bangers that we want, these are going to happen. And we got to get eyes on the product. So there you go. Mm-hmm. So I think AJ and Punk take it.
I think personally, this is what I think, and we'll move past this. I see a scenario where, regardless of who loses this match, the person who can get pinned and it doesn't affect can be either Becky or CM Punk, because CM Punk doesn't have any gold around his waist, and CM Punk is one of those people who can lose and it doesn't affect his stature. So Angel, I love your idea about um the Intercontinental title, and I'm not calling it the women's. It's the Intercontinental title. We know who it is. You don't have to specify the gender. We know who the IC champion, Intercontinental champions are. It ain't like it's gonna be Becky versus Dominic. So we got AJ and Becky at Crown Jewel. I see AJ winning, and Becky may be going after maybe the women's World Heavyweight Championship. She deserves to be back in the spotlight. So then this is where we bring in Bayley to take the title off of AJ Lee, because Bayley is going through that crazy phase and she's crashing out. And who better to try to mentor Bayley than her mentor? And she ends up, we get some tag matches. I would even have them win the women's tag team titles. AJ has 2 titles, but then there's some cracks in the team. And then we have Bayley turn on AJ Lee, cost the tag team titles, and we're set right around the time of Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Or you could have a scenario where AJ accidentally eliminates Bayley in the Royal Rumble, and then now Bayley's crashing out and she takes the title off AJ at WrestleMania, but she has to resort to very underhanded shit to do it, which would then cause AJ to crash out. And then you get to see not the crazy, the twisted side of AJ Lee come out. And then at a crossroads, right before we get to AJ Lee and Bayley, we have someone who pushes AJ over the edge, who knows a lot about crashing out. This is when we bring in Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
So you could do a small little influential program between AJ and Alexa on the way to AJ and Bayley. I think that feud should run amok up until SummerSlam, but I don't think at any point AJ should beat Bayley. I think it should keep going to a disqualification, interference, a double count out. And then I would be cool with either a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Or what if we did this? What if we did a Hell in the Cell match for the the Intercontinental Championship between Bayley and AJ to finally blow off that feud? It's a great set. It's a great passing of the torch. I know people want Lyra Valkyria and AJ to have a mix in, but I'm thinking world championship for Lyra Valkyria. I think
it's no more IC for her.
I actually kind of got Lyra. I kind of got Lyra for Money in the Bank. I think that'll be a good. I think that'll be a good
2
pick.
wanks in the bank. All right.
I also kind of see a fatal 4-way of AJ, Bayley, Alexa, and Liv.
Yeah,
That'd be a good one.
You can have a returning Liv Morgan go after AJ Lee. They're both Jersey girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Angel, you're a Jersey girl, even though you were raised in Orlando.
Yeah.
So my thing is that I think it's dope.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
What are your final thoughts on AJ before we move on to Apollo Crews?
All I'm gonna say is that I'm so excited for this run. I can't believe that I get to see her back on my TV screen. She was one of the reasons why I started watching WWE fully, and now I get to see her on my screen again. So it's a dream come true for me. And if I ever get to meet her, just know that I will probably pass out.
Why do I believe you?
Because I probably will. I love this woman so much to the point that I will probably be trembling when I meet her. I already trembled for Dom and Liv. I'm most definitely going to be trembling for AJ.
If you tremble for Dom and Liv, you're going to shit yourself literally when you see AJ Lee.
I most likely will. Dude, I literally bought the Topps card of her return.
Oh,
good for you.
Dude, those top cards are clutch, and you deserve to have that, because remember, I've always said, when you get to watch the person that got you into wrestling come back to wrestling, it's a rewarding feeling. So
It's a dream come
I-
true.
it's definitely a dream come true. Um, oh, Nessa said something. First, let me acknowledge Mimi. Becky is a great heel. The only thing was the Ozzy comment. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we're
was
not gonna
wild.
talk
That
about
was
that.
wild. That was wild.
Bailey Death will be the one to make the Black Widow start spinning her webs. That's One Love
Ooh,
Lou
that's
talking.
a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Also for anyone who is mocking people that cried when
Facts.
she returned need to grow up. So
Yeah,
it was that.
I agree with that.
I'm not gonna say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He's kind of a
Like that was
he's
ridiculous, man.
he's kind of a loser anyway. He doesn't show his face. He's never been at an event. He's never seen a woman in his life that actually liked him. It's a lot of basement incel dwellers who probably have never felt a woman's touch since they were born.
Like honestly,
Um,
dude, get a life. That's pathetic.
Go touch
Yeah,
her,
he
man.
yeah he
Yeah,
he,
go
he
touch
thinks
grass, dude.
he thinks that because Brock Lesnar's back that we care. We don't. I don't even care. Brock Lesnar's back. They
I
keep
didn't care.
they
I
keep
knew-
hiding
I
Brock.
knew he was
I
gonna intervene. I knew he was going to intervene during that match, but I really didn't care.
I don't care whether Brock Lesnar's in WWE or not. Nobody cares.
Nobody
I-
cares.
We
And
ignore that and
the
move
fact that
past
you
it.
think that it's actually okay to mock people when they cry because someone came back, like, dude, grow the fuck up, truly. Because
Don't
like,
worry. When you die, no one's gonna cry.
Yeah, because you'll be gone.
You'll be gone. When you die,
Dude,
nobody's gonna
like-
cry. So I
like
can
grow
see
the
it.
grow the fuck up, truly. Because I'm
You've
sorry, if you guys had seen my reaction live, oh, I'm sorry, I would have beat that girl's reaction, the one that he's talking about, out of the water.
I think he was talking about Minerva, and like Minerva's a good person. So
No,
Shout out
she is.
Minerva.
She's a
Yep.
beautiful person, and the way she was
She's,
reacting, like that was the cutest thing ever. No, but like I said, I would have, my reaction would have definitely like topped that. And if
We
someone wants to call
definitely
me dramatic, shit, call me dramatic. I don't care. Like I love her.
we definitely stand by Minerva. We definitely stand by her. So would love to have her on the show one day, pick her brain, talk about wrestling. We're gonna
a good
move
idea.
on, and we're gonna move on to Apollo Crews. Angel, I know you got a dip. Is there anything else you
Yeah,
wanted to
I
close with?
do. Thank you guys for having me. I know that I'm not here for the whole thing, but thank you guys for having me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode because I know that these two are going to kill it, and these guys always put in the great amount of effort and information on these type of tributes. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Love you guys. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Goodbye.
Is that a challenge?
Oh.
What JT? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, Marks and Mike's my favorite podcast.
Yo,
Check it out. Shout out
while
JT.
Marks with Mice
Shout out
was
to
here, don't forget, we are doing a giveaway for the Tacos and Tequila Festival on September the 20th. You better get your tickets because
I'm
from
just
what I'm
saying.
seeing, they might be sold out. I know one of the shows is almost sold out. So if you are going to the Chicago Tacos and Tequila Festival, please, by all means, follow us. Make sure you subscribe to the Marks with Mike's podcast, Culture Clash Network. And like I said, we post consistently on all social media platforms. Make sure you're following. Make sure you want to be part of it. We got Ludacris. Ludacris is definitely headlining. You'll see Trina there. You'll see Trick Daddy, Buzz Sparks, Paul Wall. The 20th will be in Chicago. 27th will be in Cleveland. And the 4th of October will be in Florence, Kentucky, aka border of Cincinnati. If you want some tickets, holler at me, holler at JT, or follow us on the Marks with Mike's Instagram and TikTok for information for where you can get your tickets. 7,500 people were in Omaha for Tacos and Tequila.
Ooh,
Not only
that's a
did
lot,
and they have
y'all.
a craft margaritas, Lucha Libre Wrestling. Big shout out to Ruben Zamora from Master Republic. You might see him on one of our shows one day. Shout out to him. Make sure you cop your tickets. Cop your tickets. Cop your tickets. Cop your tickets. You want to be part of it? We will be there at all 3 shows. Let's move on to Apollo Crews. All right.
Oh yeah. Wait. One more thing. Get
Go
your
for it.
tickets. Yeah, that's all. Get your tickets, man.
And if you didn't, and if you did not, And if you did not, and I repeat, did not hear him, he's going to say it one more time.
Oh, thanks, JT. Gonna use you. Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. They are going fast. There is VIP available, general admission. There's going to be great food, an exotic car show, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, Lucha Libre wrestling. You have craft margaritas.
Hold up. You just not gonna walk over to pass the Chihuahua beauty pageant.
Yeah, there's a Chihuahua beauty pageant.
That's okay. Then I'm in. That's all you had to say in the beginning.
Yeah,
Dude.
Well, if you're at
the axe and the tacos and the tequila, we got Chihuahua beauty contest. Come on, man.
And you'll be able to try out some new queso and some new salsa. So make sure you do that. All right, so we are here to talk about Mr. Uhaa Nation himself, aka Apollo Crews. So I don't know how to start this, but I remember Apollo Crews. It first caught my attention when we were talking about Dragon Gate, and when he was Uhaa Nation, which that means strong as a nation. He was a very big standout prospect. Now, first catch wreck of Mr. Crews, Kev.
Me, when I called Apollo Crews, is when he debuted on SmackDown. I remember this big bald guy. He was all muscular, but here's the thing. He was as fast as a cruiserweight, but as strong as a light heavyweight, if that makes sense. Like, I remember dude just doing his best Bill Goldberg impression. Like, when I seen him, I think it had to be Tozawa, I want to say, where he just bench pressed him. Easy.
Who did you say?
Huh?
Who did you say?
Was it Tozawa?
Let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg.
Real funny guy. I fell for that one. But, military press slam. And then, same moment, pulls off a standing shooting press. Now, what got me about him was that I'd never seen that before. Ever.
The standing shooting star press?
No, after that, just the quickness and the crispness of it. So when you just did
the gorilla press into a standing moonsault.
This dude can do something. All right,
that was the Uhaa combination. Like that was like come on, man.
I never knew that was called the Uhaa combination. See, but this is my first thing, seeing him. So I was not familiar with his indie work. Not gonna lie to you. So.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just keep it real. Sounds more legit than main event Jey Uso. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We had there Apollo Crews. He's been on main event for the longest, but I think he's been like a gatekeeper for people who really weren't ready to be on the main roster. But it's still, he was still great.
Yes,
that was my thing with him. Like when we saw, I first saw him when he was in Dragon Gate, and then he was also in Ring of Honor because him and Prince Nana were in a and that was very big at the time. Because matter of fact, JT actually just put that out there too. Yeah, they were a duo. Not only that, like he was doing like phenomenal work, which got him signed to NXT. And NXT was like where I was like, okay, this is where we're going to see a difference. By the way, let me stop and just put this big back out there. Tacos and Tequila Festival. Again,
go get your tickets.
Make sure you go get your tickets.
Mike
Saturday,
Jones, Paul Wall, Young Jock, Twister, David Banner, Genuine, Timberland, Lil Jon. What Little John? And
yes.
Mike Dollar said the Chihuahua beauty pageant, which
Chef Inspired Tacos. We got some Lucha Libre wrestling. Make sure you get your VIP tickets. And going back to the Cincinnati show, Lil Jon, Bow Wow, Soulja Boy, Pretty Ricky, Kev's doppelganger chameleonaire, Paul
not
Walker,
true,
Petey Pablo, Twisted Bubba Sparks, and DJ Ashton Martin. All right, let's get back. Let's go and get back to it and do a real quick commercial break. So I saw him in NXT, and we know what his biggest issue was not his wrestling ability, but his promo. And I remember when we were talking about NXT. Do you remember the NXT documentary?
No, I don't remember a doc. I'm guessing this had to be what, around 14, 15?
I want to say no, because Asuka came in
When was okay? Yeah, the black and gold
six.
year.
I want to say 15,
16?
15, 16, because Asuka came in shortly
The
after.
streak was like 16. Yeah.
Yeah. So
If I
it was
remember
right around
correctly.
16. And this is what I loved about Apollo Crews was that he couldn't cut a promo the way that they told him to. He could talk.
Yeah.
He just couldn't cut a promo the way they told him to. And
Which was like, cut down, only hit certain hit points,
and it was NXT. Yeah, JT has an NXT Proving Ground.
Thank
So
you,
that
JT. You're awesome.
it was kind of a documentary, and they had Scott Hall there, and William Regal was asking like, "Hey, could you spend some more time with Apollo? He's really got something going here, but he just needs to work on his promos." And I remember when I first watched it, Apollo did his promo, and then Scott Hall like goes to him in front of everybody. Is like, "Is that how you really do a promo? Like, you can't just talk, because when you talk, it sounds like you're cutting a promo." And in my mind, I'm like, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense. It sounds like you're doing a promo. You can't just talk." He's like, "When I see you, you can cut a promo, but to me, you're still just a man. I'm not scared. You're still just a man." We're also talking about somebody who has a body on his record, okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
we don't want to bring that one up, but yeah, Scott.
Nothing scared Scott Hall, okay?
Yeah, he really was one of those ones.
He
that
was
had
really Scott Hall was
charisma.
really him. So
Yeah.
to hear him say that, and Apollo just took it. He was like, "Yeah, you know what? I got it." And
That's weird how, side note, how outsiders are influencing talent. Just saying. They might be onto something.
And without jumping forward, like Apollo, which most people know him for the shit with Braun Strowman, which obviously that was Braun just being Braun, and he's just a monster. But Apollo had to make it look good too. Apollo had great matches on NXT, especially with Tyler Breeze, especially when he tried out that it was like a version of the Blue Thunder Bomb, but it was like he would like toss him up and twist him,
and he'd sit out. Yep.
And that was from Triple H, because Triple H was high on Apollo Crews. I can't imagine why it didn't need it. And here's the crazy thing about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apollo Crews saw more success when there weren't fans in the arena.
Do we have to bring up those times?
Dude, Apollo,
mean, he did win some gold during those trying times.
Well, shit, let's talk about this match. You know what I'm saying? There's one match comes to mind for me, because I was like, you know what? This is big for him, because if I remember correctly, like I think this was his only championship match, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to say his only championship match at WrestleMania, which was Big E versus Apollo Crews in the Nigerian drum fight.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. I know for a fact, if you remember the face-off that Big E and Apollo Crews did, where Apollo's using his Nigerian accent.
Oh yeah, I forgot this was a thing. Yeah, sorry.
I don't care. Sorry, this is some of the most entertaining shit in the world. Big E was trying his fucking hardest not to laugh. Like, I have never seen Big E struggle that bad.
Yeah, because we got used to Apollo, just like you stated earlier about the promo game, and we know what Apollo sounds like, but then the creative back before the world shut down decided to bring back Apollo and repackage him as a Nigerian royalty. And even he had his own commander in chief. What was it, Aziz?
He wasn't even African. Like,
No. So he would just come up. I challenge you to a match for the gold. The Intercontinental Championship should be held with privilege. You, Biggie, with your gyration and your pancakes, is ridiculous. It is a slap in the face to me. With my commander by my side.
It was the way Apollo Crews. It was the way Apollo Crews would say Intercontinental. He pronounced it. We're not making fun of Apollo.
I'm not. I love it. We're not. Apollo.
I love it, but he was like the Intercontinental. Hold on.
Nope. Go for
he
it.
was like Intercontinental. Like it was spelled.
It had like 18 million letters.
It was spelled INTAHCAHANTU.
Shut up, JT. Shut up. Biggie, he beat you.
Intercontinental.
I'm not touching this. See,
that's how he pronounced.
But yes, we love you, Apollo. I was not laughing at you. I was laughing.
No,
with
dude.
you,
but when he kept saying Intercontinental, the way he was saying it, Big E was fucking losing it inside. That's why he had to like get up and do something because this shit was about to fall apart. Hey,
love
Leanna,
you,
see you. Listen, here's what I've learned about Leanna. This is what I've learned about Leanna is that
shout out to the Dr. Pepper.
She could be having the worst day of her life.
Mm-hmm.
All I need to say is, do you want Buffalo Wild Wings?
Most people would probably, cheer up after eating Wild Wings. You want to do a sponsor break real quick? Because we are sponsored by a certain brand. When we're feeling down, feel like I don't got enough juice. Dallas, you know what it is.
Yeah, we need to pick me up from our partner, which is Dubby Energy Drink. Make sure you get your taste buds that extra dub that it needs. Make sure you also use the code Humble Roses, all together as one word, for 10% off your next purchase. Make sure you go to dubby.gg and have a good game. And in good graces, catch you some dubs. Like I said, there's different flavors you could try. I believe they still have the solo leveling.
Level up, baby.
Level up. Also, check out the anime on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, we are not sponsored by or partnered with, but make sure you check that
Unpaid testimony.
Unpaid testimony, yes, it is. So, getting back to it, Apollo was like this master of being the underdog, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the Nigerian drum fight. It was great.
It was.
I ain't gonna lie. It was great.
I just hated that it was named the Nigerian drum fight.
I don't know who came. I really don't know who came up with that. Like,
shout out to the pandemic.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And here's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Go off.
My boy Apollo was putting in crazy work. Okay, we're talking about stuff with MVP. He had a segment with Roman. Stuff from Big E, going back and forth with Sami Zayn. But winning the United States title during the pandemic from Andrade was like, oh, like he's really arrived, because I finally thought they were going to do something with him. And I think Apollo's big thing has been he's been such a good soldier. I don't think he's like, I won't say he hasn't, but I think he's always tried to make the most of his situation without coming off as difficult to work with or a diva,
Mhm.
but to a guy who's big, who's like a 16-year, 17-year veteran, he deserves to call his shots. You know, on the Indies, he was a monster. Even in the small segments that they had him in on Monday Night Raw, the small things that they did with him with Big E.
Yeah. Then I want to say, like, later on, they even found little parts with him. I want to say, didn't he tag with one Baron Corbin? I want to say,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and even the shit he did with Bobby Lashley,
Uh-huh.
like the pose off, like that
I remember the
they
photo.
show character work. He was
Mhm.
really into it. He was like
Mhm.
into it.
Yeah.
He's
So,
always been entertaining. That's the thing, is that, and I get it. I get it. Everybody can't be world champion.
and it's that elephant in the room. I'm sorry. It's always going to be there. And unfortunately, if the best we get is just two members of the New Day getting gold and Bobby Lashley getting that top tier, and you're not really tapping into the talent. And we know Apollo, he had surgery and he's been out of action for a while. He's been out since January, correct?
Yeah, and he
So,
he went and got his degree at Auburn. So
mhm.
big shout out to Apollo, even though
Congratulations, sir.
making the
Congratulations.
most of his situation, even though he was on the shelf, he still went to Auburn, went back
Mhm.
to school, because he gets it. He understands. He just didn't think that he could do it. He
Well,
didn't
he
think he
can.
could do it, but he
He
did
can.
it.
He did it.
And he graduated with honors at Auburn, which is extremely tough to do.
You know how tough it is to get a diploma in the SEC without playing football. So
Talk
yes,
about it.
I'm just saying. So when Apollo comes back, like I said, damn, we have so much good talent that's injured right now. And I think that when Apollo gets back on his feet, healthy, like with a fresh diploma from Auburn, I think he can definitely, help out the mid card, because we've seen in past weeks that the mid card's been kind of, just a little.
So what would you
Other than Dirty
what would you
Dom, holding it down. Mhm.
what would you and by the way, Apollo, he graduated with an honors degree in exercise science. So he's out with a torn pec,
Mhm.
and we're not sitting here saying that he can't come back, because we're definitely saying that.
Oh no, he's
But
coming back.
I think he should they should build him back up at NXT.
And grind back up, be a solid,
Hmm.
veteran talent, help
Hmm.
with the younger talent. I can see that.
I think if it was like it would have to be back, he would have to be brought back in a role that makes sense. Like if we found out that
Mhm.
if it was a big story, like who attacked this person, and he was the attacker, like it's somebody you would never expect. We just need to see a ruthless side of him.
All
Um,
you need is an attack in the parking lot. NXT's parking lot is the most dangerous place in WWE.
it's the most dangerous place on earth, honestly.
Mhm.
The NXT
Do not
parking lot.
do not go in that parking lot.
Do not
Sorry,
go in
y'all.
that parking lot. The NXT
Bad
parking
things
lot is
happen.
like bad things
Just
happen to good and bad people. That's my hang up with it. I was thinking that with Apollo Crews, that
Hmm.
if we had him in NXT, he
okay.
was repackaged under different circumstances. Shawn Michaels could really do some damage with him on NXT, because Shawn just knows how to place everybody strategically.
So we bring back the Nigerian accent. Gotcha.
He may, you know, that's kind of funny that you say that, because it's like
Mhm.
maybe we could do that, but that doesn't feel like. Here's my thing. I don't
Go
want
on.
him to come back as Apollo Crews. I
Okay.
want him to come back as Yuha Nation, because
like
that's what he was named.
That's who he's named. Yes.
Yeah, he was named that, I believe, from his coach.
Okay.
Why don't we bring him back? Why don't we repackage him and use him as a missing link to maybe a faction that may need it, say Dark State. But some people
Oh, the
like, oh,
veteran
Apollo Crews
presence?
running Dark State wouldn't be a, the veteran presence. I get it. I get where people say that wouldn't fit, but if booked properly, think about this. Think about this, right? A lot of people come in as a joke. Sometimes there are some characters that can come in as a joke. Becky Lynch came in as a joke character with like the river dancing and all that. Look where she is now. Alexa Bliss came in NXT as a cheerleader. Look where she is now. So my thing with, and we could use another example, like there are some people who come in with a lot to prove and not end up living up to that potential, whether it be the booking, whether it be like, here's an example, Bo Dallas, right? Came in, perfect example, came in, was the third NXT champion. He had beat Big E. Sent Big E to the main roster. Bo Leave was over. It was, but they killed it. And then they stuck him in the Miz Taraj, and he never fully recovered. Even when he came back as Uncle Howdy, he didn't recover.
Yeah,
it was even voted.
It was no buzz. It kind of I understand how the IWC responded to it was. It's kind of a knockoff on Rest in Peace Bray Wyatt. It was kind of So yeah, he just never recovered. And yeah, everybody remembers the B-Team days.
But he did recover though. Let me explain how he recovered, right?
Go for it.
After Bray died, what sold me on Bo Dallas, right, was that promo where he used his brother and he addressed all the concerns that people, and I'm like, oh, they're going through with this. You look at Bo Dallas now, right? The backstage segments he had with Carmelo Hayes and Miz, that is the most terrifying he's ever looked on this. He wasn't trying to be anything. He was just literally being himself. No mask. He just literally showed up and asked literally some questions. That was terrifying because it's like, I literally swear to God, I thought I was looking at Bray Wyatt. But it was in the form.
Especially when not to jump over you, it reminds me of the same promo with the Street Profits.
Same promo.
He just walked over and he basically just asked the question, "Is that your brother?" And just walks off.
He just walks off. But it's like it's a version of Bray, but it's really Bo Dallas. So it's like sometimes I can't tell the difference. But with Apollo, he has something special besides his athleticism. What if we made him terrifying by the way that he smiles? You know what I'm saying? Because that $1 million smile.
Yeah.
He looks like a trustworthy guy. Apollo Crews looks like somebody you would trust with anybody, your kids, your wife, your family, your money. But then what if we take that and that smile has like a dark history behind it because of how long he's felt held back. When fans finally came back into the arena, it was kind of like we kind of like branched away from Apollo Crews when he had so much to offer. Even the matches that he had with Giovanni Vinci. I'm sorry, just
Giovanni.
Like, come on, like y'all could do better than that. The tag teams matches that he had with Baron Corbin, who also was underutilized, even though they kind of gave Baron several chances. Baron was more showcased than Crews was. That there's no denying that.
Yep.
My thing with Apollo was he's such a great guy that gets it, but doesn't ever give himself the credit that he deserves. And my thing with Apollo Crews was I'm so proud to call myself a supporter of what he does because he just generally is an athletical specimen. Now, with the torn pec, I like I said, I would like to see Apollo in NXT. If he comes back to the main roster, I want him to have some momentum behind him. But I feel like with this crowd now and under Triple H's reign, I feel like there's no reason why he can't succeed. Because if Triple H was high on him and then if he gave up on him, then I get that, But I feel like I still feel like we haven't seen the best that he has to offer. And I kind of feel like we're at that point I just saw this comment.
Oh yeah, shout out JT. Yeah. I can't get jiggy to this. How dare you? How dare you disrespect the Apollo Crews? He is your royalty. He beat you.
My thing,
I would have loved it. I would have loved that.
Damn, what was I about to say?
Oh, you got it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, this is what happens when you're the king of roses. Sometimes you get a little sidetracked. This is why you need some of that W energy. Use code Humble Roses to save 10% off. Hey,
What a great save! Going forward, we got to have Apollo in NXT. We got to have him in a situation where he actually feels like he's being promoted on a molecular level. Only because, and this was the thought that I was thinking, what do the fans want to see from Apollo Crews? What do you guys think he should be doing? Who do you think could use his services in the company that would benefit not only him, but the person that he's aligned with? That's an open discussion. That's an open forum. Part of that is just understanding like where we're at as a business, because TKO has all this financial gain at their fingertips. We could do something to where everybody has the opportunity to make the company more money than they're already making. So what do we do when we have somebody that's been on the shelf for a long time? We bring them back and we initiate a program with them that makes them feel like they are part of society and part of the business that keeps moving forward. Hello. All that talent on your freaking roster.
I mean, you got so much. Like I said, we go through it, but if I tell you to disable this, it's crazy. You have Apollo, you have Theory, you have what? Okay, the Royal Raiders, they came back. I just saw them. They just came back. Like you got Sammy, he basically has the US title and he's just beefing with the bloodline. That's it. There's no other challengers. And then Dirty Dom, we just got him defending it against the Intercontinental title against AJ Styles. So, I mean, we got to infuse talent somehow. And they are known for infusing talent. Like you got Shinsuke Nakamura comes to mind. I see Shinsuke every 6 months. They'll give him some evil Asian gimmick. He kills it, grabs the mid-card title, has it for 2 weeks, and then we never hear from Shinsuke for the rest of the year. And then the next time we will see Shinsuke, and I promise you this, is the Royal Rumble.
Right.
We won't see Shinsuke until the Royal Rumble. So yes, WWE has and the creative has to help out their veteran talent. And yes, Apollo is one of those talents that needs the time, the effort, and just promote. And as soon as he comes back, we got this. And trust me, Hunter, you can push all the talent and just don't use lines you had in that one, post series conference where we had to hear that one thing you didn't really have to say because you can push all talent. It's
Right.
evident. It's evident.
So, yeah. Final remarks on this. Closing thoughts.
Apollo, we like get well soon, get strong, and then when you come back, hopefully, I like Dallas's idea. Just go down into NXT, get it out the mug, be a veteran presence, and probably get back to the main roster and do your thing. I know you have the talent, you have the drive, you have the look, you have the charisma, and just be you. Just tap back in, get back to what made you great. Because we here at the Humble Roses, we understand that you are talented and that you are driven, and that when you come back to the squared circle, we will be there to support you no matter what. Dallas?
Yeah, overall, I think that excuse me guys, I've been struggling to breathe for some reason. Overall, I think that Apollo Crews has been instrumental in the rise of those mid-level talent, not even mid-level to upper level talent that made a break. And during the pandemic, his rise was very imminent, but then it felt like it was halted by sometimes the arrival or return of people who had been away for a while or in hiatus or just creatively not having anything for him going forward. And I think Apollo knows that. You know, obviously he's the one that's in the company. He's the one who has to follow the script. We don't. We're just watching what he does. Most of that is built from so much potential that he sustained coming in as a big threat on the indies. Now, part of that, though, is if you think about what Apollo Crews has done during the time that he's been in WWE, there's left much to be desired. He was featured a lot on Main Event for a time being. He was the gatekeeper on Main Event, so at least they were giving him something to do. But I always felt like he wasn't a guy who needed to be on Main Event for that long. Now, if that's what he took so he could collect a paycheck, feed his family, and stay on TV, I get it. But I know that you can't just put guys like Apollo Crews out there and get fans invested and start to care about him and then pull us away from him when there were no like potential reasons to do that. We wanted to see what else he could offer, because when they finally made him interesting, it was short-lived. Not saying that he was boring, but he had so many other elements of his character to offer. And I think that just goes to show how we have evolved as an audience, because we still care and we still remember him. This is in remembrance for Apollo Crews, aka Yuha Nation, because of sorry.
Oh, you got
Because
it.
no, I'm not nervous. Just I don't know what's going on. I've been like struggling to breathe all day.
We're from Ohio, so this Ohio weather has been crazy.
This
Allergy
Ohio
season.
weather has been crazy. We got a lot of time to see him grow. We got a lot of time to see Apollo develop.
Yeah.
And my thing is that on this beautiful Wednesday night, this episode is dedicated to the work that he put in. Stuff what he did with Tyler Breeze, stuff that he did with Bobby Lashley, Big E going forward, with his constant feud that he had back and forth on Main Event with JD McDonough, wrestling Hanson on Main Event. He was the introduction for guys who wanted to get back into the fray. Even the stuff he did with Samoa Joe, it was very short-lived, but he always made things interesting. He everything about him screams, I am a powerhouse wrestler. He looks the part, he acts the part, he's great, he can sell well. I think what it is just that he needed some character development to make himself interesting. And the Nigerian Prince was a great transition, but I wanted to see more of what he could offer. I mean, even just some of the times where he was like flat out disrespectful. And he I remember what wasn't he? Didn't he slap Angel?
From yeah, Angel Garza. Yeah.
He slapped the shit.
Out of him. I remember.
I think no, it was either Angel or it was Andrade.
Was it Angel? Or was
I
it
thought-
Andrade over the title? What? Because he did beat Andrade for the United States title. I remember that.
I think it was Andrade. It had to be Andrade.
Not trying to be, you know.
No, it was Andrade. He slapped. He slapped the shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did fuck Angel up. I think last year. He did fuck Angel up last.
They didn't know what to do with
But that made him
Ian
interesting. Like we wanted to see that. Like, come on, dude. Like when he slapped Andrade and he was like, "You want some of this? Come on. Can we get more of that?
Aggression. We want ruthless aggression.
We wanted
Just
more
a
of
little
that.
bit.
Like
Just a
we
little
wanted
bit.
more of that. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
We wanted more
Just
of
a
that.
little bit.
Just a little bit. And that's the thing. We wanted more of that. We wanted to see what Apollo had to offer. We wanted to see the basis of what his character could go into. And it's like we get an appetizer, but no main course. You feel me? Like Kev said, he slapped the piss out of Andrade. When Andrade had the U.S. championship on his shoulder. It was interesting because it's like, what are they going to do with Apollo? Because Apollo Crews looks like a guy who would take good care of. He looked like he could be a great guy that would take care of you, but kick your ass. You don't want to meet somebody like Apollo Crews in a dark alley. You don't.
Yeah, he's in the top 5.
That smile is terrifying because behind that smile is the guy who's held up a lot of anger and pent up rage. And a lot of times we take that for granted. We've taken Apollo Crews for granted. We have. Let's just call it what it is. We've taken him for granted. We knew what this guy could do going forward. And we loved it. So having said that, let's move forward and give Apollo Crews the love that he deserves. I want you guys to send tweets out, just saying, yo, you ain't got to shout the podcast out, but just give Apollo Crews some flowers. He needs to see that. And granted, he's a guy that deserves all the love. He's a great husband, great father. And I think going forward, we want to see what he can offer. But if he's done with the pro wrestling business, he has a great career in exercise science. Kev, final thoughts, or are we good?
Final thoughts is that can't wait to see Apollo. Whatever he does, he will, be dominant. And that here at the Humble Roses, we humbly give you your roses, sir. Thank you for being an entertaining talent. And hopefully we get to see you again in the square circle soon.
So this has been the Humble Roses podcast. Pretty short episode. Wanted to keep it short and sweet for the tribute episode for Apollo Crews.
Next week, we got the main event mamas running the podcast. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an all-female panel. Because we basically aren't invited. So
aren't invited on our own show.
All right. That's what happens when we lose trivia night and all that good stuff.
Well, you should have held, gotta hold it down, but
yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay. The mama's gonna hold it down.
Yeah, Kiara and Tanisha and
all right,
whoever else they let up to run the show to you. So hey, this has been the Humble Roses podcast. I'm Dallas Cash, Cat the Postman.
You already know.
You guys take care, and I will see you guys.
99 Gorilla.